My husband took me to the restaurant where he proposed for our 10th anniversary. He ordered champagne. The waiter brought out a cake with sparklers. And while those sparklers were still crackling, my husband looked me in the eye and said, "I want a divorce. I'm in love with someone else." But here's what he didn't know. I'd found the engagement ring he bought for her 3 days earlier. And I'd already hired a lawyer. I'm 34, married to Marcus for 10 years, together for 12. We have one son, age 8. Marcus is a corporate accountant. I work as a project manager at a marketing firm. We met in grad school and everyone said we were perfect together. About 8 months before our anniversary, Marcus started changing. Joined a gym. New haircut. Better clothes. He said he was having a midlife renaissance and wanted to feel good about himself. I supported it. Then came the late nights. The weekend conferences. The phone calls he'd take in another room. Classic signs, but I didn't want to see them. 3 days before our anniversary, I was looking for our son's birth certificate in Marcus's home office. Summer camp registration needed it. I opened his desk drawer and there it was, a small velvet box from a jewelry store. For one stupid, hopeful second, I thought it was for me. An anniversary surprise. I opened it. Beautiful diamond ring. Platinum band. Easily $8,000. Way nicer than my engagement ring from 10 years ago. There was a receipt in the drawer. Purchased 2 weeks earlier. And a handwritten note. Can't wait to start forever with you. I stood there, holding another woman's engagement ring, and something inside me broke. Then immediately hardened into something cold and sharp. I took pictures of everything. The ring. The receipt. The note. Put it all back exactly as I'd found it, and called my best friend Sarah, a paralegal at a family law firm. "Don't confront him yet," she said. "Let him make the first move. Document everything." She gave me the name of Linda Reeves, the toughest divorce attorney in our city. I met with Linda the next day during my lunch break. "He's planning something," Linda said, looking at my photos. "Let him do it. The more he shows his hand, the better position you're in." I opened a separate bank account. Started quietly moving money. Made copies of all our financial documents. Linda had me hire a PI. Within days, I had photos of Marcus with a 29-year-old analyst from his firm named Sienna. Dinner dates. Hotel visits. Apartment hunting together. And through it all, I played the perfect, unsuspecting wife. Marcus seemed nervous all week leading up to our anniversary. He kept saying we needed to talk, but then changing the subject. He made reservations at Marcello's, the Italian restaurant where he proposed 10 years ago. "Wear something nice," he said. "It's a special night." I wore red. Blood red. My best dress. If he was going to blow up my life, I'd look powerful doing it. The drive to the restaurant was tense. Marcus kept fidgeting, checking his watch. At the restaurant, he was sweating despite the air conditioning. We ordered. Made small talk. He barely touched his food, just pushed it around his plate. He checked his watch every few minutes. Then the waiter brought out a cake. A small anniversary cake with 2 sparklers shooting sparks into the air. The whole restaurant turned to look. People clapped. Marcus went white. "Sir, would you like to make a toast?" the waiter asked. Marcus looked at the sparklers. Looked at me. Looked back at the sparklers like they'd personally betrayed him. "Actually," he said, voice shaking, "I need to tell you something." The sparklers were still going, that crackling sound filling the silence. "I want a divorce." Just like that. While the sparklers sparkled. While romantic piano music played. While an elderly couple 2 tables over smiled at us adoringly. "I'm in love with someone else," he continued, words tumbling out. "I've been unhappy for years. I can't do this anymore. I want out. I need to live my truth." The sparklers burned out. A little trail of smoke rose from the cake. I set down my fork. Wiped my mouth with my napkin. Looked him dead in the eye. "Okay," I said calmly. He blinked. "Okay. You want a divorce? You can have one." He looked confused. Relieved. Then confused again. "You're not angry?" "Oh, I'm furious. But I've had 3 days to process it." "What do you mean 3 days?" "I found the engagement ring you bought for Sienna. In your desk. Along with your cute little love note." All the blood drained from his face. "You, what?" "I found it 3 days ago. So I've known you were planning to ask her to marry you. I've also known about the affair for about 2 weeks. I hired a private investigator. I have photos, timestamps, hotel receipts, everything. You had no right. I had every right. You're my husband. We're my husband." I reached into my purse and pulled out a folder. Slid it across the table, right next to the cake with its dead sparklers. "These are divorce papers. I filed yesterday. You'll be officially served Monday, but I thought I'd give you a preview. Since you wanted to make our anniversary memorable." He opened the folder with shaking hands. Started reading, his face cycling through shock, anger, panic. "You're asking for full custody? The house? Spousal support. Adultery affects asset division in our state. I'm also asking you to pay back the $15,000 you secretly withdrew from our savings last month." Sienna's apartment deposit, I'm guessing. My attorney had found that too. This is insane. What's insane is buying another woman an engagement ring while married to me. What's insane is planning to propose to her while you're still wearing your wedding ring. What's insane is choosing our anniversary dinner at the place you proposed to me to ask for a divorce. I thought it would be poetic. Full circle. It's sociopathic, Marcus. But at least you made my attorney's job easy. Marcus stood up so fast his chair fell backward. People were staring. You manipulative. Choose your next words carefully. There are witnesses here. And I'm recording this conversation. Legal in our state with one-party consent. I turned my phone so he could see it was recording. He sat back down. Put his head in his hands. When did you become so cold? When I found out my husband was planning to divorce me on our anniversary so he could marry his 29-year-old girlfriend. Funny how betrayal changes a person. I stood up, leaving the anniversary cake untouched. You'll hear from my attorney Monday. All communication goes through her from now on. Oh, and Marcus? I'm telling our son tomorrow. Age-appropriate version, but he deserves to know why his father is moving out. Don't turn him against me. I don't have to. You did that yourself. I walked out. Left him sitting there with his ruined romantic gesture and dead sparklers. I told our son the next morning. 8-year-olds don't need all the details, but they deserve honesty. He cried. I cried. Then my parents came over and we got through it together. Marcus tried to come to the house that evening. I'd already changed the locks. He stood on the porch yelling about his rights while I called my attorney. The best part? Sienna didn't know he was planning to divorce me on our anniversary. Marcus had told her we'd been separated for months, that we were just working out details. When she found out the truth, that he'd asked for a divorce at our anniversary dinner 3 days after buying her a ring, she was horrified. Called me to apologize. He told me you'd been separated since January, she said, crying. He showed me apartment listings, said he was finally moving out. I didn't know he was still living at home. Still married. Still celebrating anniversaries. Did you know he has a son? I asked. Long silence. He said he didn't have kids. She broke up with him the next day. In the office parking lot. Loudly. Marcus tried to fight the divorce. His attorney, a less experienced lawyer since the good ones had conflicts, told him to settle or face worse in court. Final settlement. I got primary custody, the house, 65% of our assets, child support, and he had to repay the $15,000 plus my attorney fees. Divorce was final in 8 months. It's been a year since that anniversary dinner. Our son is doing well, therapy helped. He sees Marcus every other weekend, though Marcus has already canceled several times for work. Sienna left the company. Last I heard, she's dating someone honest now. She actually sent me a Christmas card apologizing again. We're not friends, but I respect that she owned her mistake. Marcus is dating someone new already. Good luck to her. She'll need it. As for me, I'm thriving. Got a promotion 6 months ago. Redecorated the house. It's mine now, not ours. Started taking salsa classes. Went on a few dates. Nothing serious yet, but I'm open to it. I even went to my cousin's wedding last summer. Almost didn't go. Wasn't sure I could handle it. But I did. I danced. I laughed. I caught the bouquet. My son asked me recently if I'm still sad about daddy. I told him the truth, sometimes. But mostly I'm happy we get to build a new life. Just you and me, buddy. And Winston, he added. We'd adopted a dog. And Winston. Looking back, I'm proud of how I handled it. The woman who sat in that restaurant, who smiled while her world imploded, who'd already protected herself and her son, that woman knew exactly what she was doing. Marcus thought he was being poetic, choosing our anniversary. Instead, he gave me the perfect story of how I took control of my life on the day he tried to end it. The sparklers burned out on that cake a year ago. But I'm still burning bright. Asking for a divorce during your anniversary dinner with sparklers on the cake? The audacity. But he had no idea his wife was already 10 steps ahead. What would you have done in this situation? Let me know in the comments. If this story satisfied your justice cravings, smash that like button and subscribe for more Reddit revenge stories. And remember, never underestimate someone who's had time to prepare. Thanks for watching.